What's up, everybody? Doug Lane here, Fast Lane Car Care. We got this 2017, I think, Ford Edge. I'm gonna show you how to do just the roll-up window. I already got it cut. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of how I'm prepping cars, because I'm always trying to improve what I'm doing, how I do it, all that good stuff. I would put the one towel that I needed in the car. I ain't even running a pouch or anything today. This is a car from the body shop. One of the paintless dent repair guys messed up. He scratched up the tint, so they got to replace it. So I'm just doing this one window. I wasn't even going to do a video, but then I thought, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeegee this, and then I'm going to squeegee this top edge too. Just leave that for a second. I've already prepped the inside of the glass because obviously I had to peel the old tint off. I'm gonna go right about there, take my shank. Actually, we ain't gonna listen to that while we're trying to film. Take my shank. I'm gonna blow out the sides one time. I'm gonna blow out the bottom. Blow out the bottom pretty well. And now, what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna spray in the side anymore. So, squeegee my top edge. And just work it all into the side. Miss a spot. Oh shoot, we're gonna get a copyright strike. Now, what I'm gonna do is wipe this top edge off, with the towel. And here's the thing, I stopped using this on the microfibers on the glass because even though they do leave a little bit of lint behind, and generally when you squeegee it all away, sometimes you miss a little fiber. That's why they call them microfibers, because they're tiny. Right there, we got a little piece of glue somehow. Yeah, there, little buddy. Really, I should have done wipe the top edge with the towel first. Could have saved myself this step. But when I peel old tint, I don't worry about, if you have to do it, if you have to clean it an extra time, it's not really a big deal. It can't hurt. This stuff came off really clean. I think it was Black Magic tint. I'm not 100% sure, but pretty low quality. And so now we're ready to install. I'm gonna blow the bottom out one more time. Now I'm gonna shoot like right there. I'm not shooting in because what I don't want the water to hit the back of the seal and then flush dirt back out. That in conjunction with not using the microfiber on the glass has really helped keep my dust down, my contamination. This is not a difficult car to do, but it's just at that height where it's a little bit too tall for my chair, but a little too short just to, or a little, yeah, whatever. Trying to touch anything. See how we're binding this up, but we're not really putting a ton of pressure in any one spot. You can get away with that with this film. Some films are different. Some of them will crease easier than others, but I find you just don't want to force it. Just kind of let it lay. Same with down here. We're just going to tuck it like that. And we're just going to worry about the first couple inches. I like to come out here. I like to make sure that we're covered. And we're covered on this side. So now we can start anchoring this down. My slip solution is a little bit slippery because it's a little bit cold out here. It's 60, I don't know, like 64, 65. Not really a huge deal, it'll stick. It just might take a minute. Okay. Now, you can see that this is still trying to slide around a lot. Let's see. Would have been a lot easier to throw my pouch on, huh? But that's okay. I'll just clean out that. Now, boom. Now we can put a little more pressure on it. Kind of use one hand to kind of hold it in place. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised that it's this slippery because the glass temperature should be pretty decent, because we just, use the steamer to steam off this old film. But that's okay, it doesn't really matter. Step 2, before I bump this up, check this top edge. It looks like we got, oh, that's on the inside, but just in case. What I want to do is I'll run my finger over the edge, make sure I'm not touching anything anywhere. Looks like maybe that could come down just a hair. Doesn't look like it's touching, but keep it nice and consistent all the way through. This gap's already better than the other gap. I'm gonna torch the window. Mainly up here by the edge. Be careful you don't burn the seals. You could use a heat gun. The heat gun to me just does not work as fast. Probably has something to do with the law of thermodynamics and all that. But this here, it's warm. On this side though, it's already pretty warm. Now I could heat that up a little bit more. We're not gonna worry about it too much, because this is what we wanted right here. It's holding in place just fine. Make sure we kind of fold our edges in. We can roll this up. Boom. If this is summertime, I don't usually torch windows, but here in the winter, I found that it's just really beneficial, because what it does is it just helps that glue set up just that much faster. It's really important that you don't drag the glue across the door seal or the door panel. I don't know if you could tell, but it's just kind of scooting across. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to pick up any trash, anything like that. So, pretty lucky on these Fords. The seal's like 3 miles deep, so you don't really have to worry too much. Now, the way I'm going to distribute this might be a little bit different than you would. My factory edge is not across the bottom like it normally would. It's up and down because I had to use a 35% to match this. So I want to avoid at all costs any fingers on the bottom, because I'm not going to be able to shrink them out. I got to shrink along this edge here. So I'm just going to push some moisture right over here. I'm not going to go all the way yet until I see how this is going to fold down. Looks like it might be all right. So now what we're going to do, I need to sand all these corner tools down, but I haven't had time. So we're just going to cheat and just use a shop towel. That's going to protect my tint. Boom. I've got some bubbles here, no big deal, because we got the film laying where we want it. Now we can go ahead, make our final pass, We're gonna push pretty hard here. Now our film shouldn't shift on us because we've anchored the top. Here's one thing that does suck about this ordeal. The other side, like I said, I'm pretty sure is like black magic tint. It does not look very high quality at all. And it's not gonna match. Even though the darkness is gonna be pretty close. Ah, look, we just pushed a little too hard there, bud. We'll just use our suede blade here, no big deal. Boom. And voila. See, got some crud from the seals right there, no big deal. And that's how you do it. Whoa. Let's get this all wiped down. If this was a customer car, I would have obviously recommended changing the, switching the passenger side out too. Would have cost a little bit more money, but it'll match. The tint that I pulled off of there is not very optically clear. So, like, I was testing which shade I wanted, and like the numbers on this, with my film, way more clear. You could read these really well. With their film, it was, pretty distorted. It's kind of one of those things when, if you're just the customer and you pick this up, you can't really tell. But, if you have the two side by side, you can tell a pretty big difference. And that's kind of one of the things about, like, window tint, right? Like, there are guys out there that are doing whole cars for next to nothing, and then there are guys out there that are doing whole cars for, insert a price depending on what film you're using and all that. But the important thing is quality. Like, a lot of people just think window tint is window tint, no big deal, and that's just not the case. There's a lot of variables that go into it. Adhesive, the quality of the adhesive, the quality of the film, like, is it gonna do anything crazy down the road, all that good stuff. So with two-stage right here, we got a little bit of something going on here, and we got a little bit of moisture we need to push out right there. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna handle this. Enter the torch. We're not gonna heat up right at the seal. We're gonna heat up kind of right on the edge. You see it doing its thing here. It's growing. Boom, we're done here for a second. Let's push this out. Use our Platinum Easy Reach. I'm just gonna reach in there a little bit further than the little foot will. And we could use a little foot, we could use a lot of different things to do this. What you're wanting is your glass to be warm. It doesn't have to be smoking hot, you just want it to be pretty warm. Push this, that's gonna push out all the moisture and absorb it. Now we can come back with, let's say, a little chiseler, or perhaps a little whistler. We could double check right here. Boom. Looks like we got a little window shift there because we should have been covered, but you can see right there we got a little gap. That's all right, it's behind the seal. I highly doubt we did that based on the based on what the old film looked like there. So let's say that doesn't work. Yeah, round one, it doesn't work. It doesn't want to stay down completely. Heat up a little bit more. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy with it, because you can bubble the laminate out of the glass. Ask me how I know. It's actually why that one's been sitting there. I ordered it for a customer. I damaged the glass, and they never brought the other one back to replace it. So I'm just gonna kind of push it and hold. And bingo. Get out of there, little buddy. Boom. Mint. Got a little fuzz there, a little hair. And that's how you do it. So let's check out this other side, this other window. We got some bubbles here, we got some trash down here, a little fuzzy here, some more trash, more trash. So our window looks a lot better than theirs. They did get edge-to-edge coverage though. We'll give them, oh no, they didn't on the front. They got it on the back, but not the front. But anyway, guys, that's how you do it. That's how you use a torch. Let's see if this matches. It's kind of tricky to tell because we've got about 53,000 lumens of light in here. Oh yeah, I started wiping that down. I'm going to guess that the body shop, I'm glad I didn't slam that. Why didn't you guys tell me that we needed to flip that latch back? That's okay. It doesn't matter that much. But you can tell a huge difference. Like you can actually, well, you're probably not going to see it on camera, but you can actually tell like the stuff on my toolbox and the letters on the cans and all that is definitely distorted. Where over here it's much more clear. And that's blue. That's gonna, I hate that. Look at the colors here. Take this off my head here so I can see what you see. Look at that. Probably can't really tell, but got the factory privacy tint on the back. The camera's not picking up the color difference. That's a much better. Like this, the colors are like dead on. This is obviously just lighter. But, well, that's what we got for today, guys. I don't know. I mean, body shop work is okay. It's not great. Okay. Whenever they call, you know, they want something done like yesterday, but luckily these guys are pretty good. You know, I just tell them, hey, this is when I can do it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But definitely not a get rich quick scheme by any means. They only bring me a car once in a while, but the paintless dent repair guys, they're keeping me in business. This is a second car I've done that a PDR person's damaged, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad because they've done thousands and thousands of them in this town because, like I said, we had a hailstorm, totaled out a lot of cars and all that. But I'm just pretty much rambling. I don't know how much of this I'm going to cut up and cut out, but I want to try to keep my videos a little bit shorter and ramble less, just to kind of keep the content value high, so it's not so boring. But I mean, it's a window tinting. To me, it is kind of boring because it's what I do every day. But anyway, guys, take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.